Hey everybody, I just want to do a quick little video here since I didn't do a voiceover on the install stuff. The monotube design here that allows for the height adjustment of the strut, which is right here, to be separate from the spring tension. So the spring tension would be the adjustment up here. I did not adjust this at all. I just made sure that the two lock collars were tight and just left it where Neosport had it already set to. The adjustment for the dampening is up there in this little crevasse. It looks worse than it is. I can get my fingers up in there and just barely turn the knob. It has some pretty positive clicks, so I have not had to use I have no way to really use the set screws on there anyway because I can't get to it. For those of you who actually watched the video or saw the post on Facebook where I was talking about making my own adjustable sway bar end links. The factory end link right here, you can see that it's hitting my lower control arm, and that's generally when I'm like close to full lock, like turning into a parking spot or something of that nature. So I'm just going to shorten this by about an inch and a half. The setup that I am going to try out, I can go from an inch to 2 inches shorter, so I think that should work pretty well. I haven't had any issues with any of the wiring or the active suspension canceller. The clamps have worked well, and then this one uses the factory mount for some of the wiring there. So it's been pretty good. I started this with the struts on full soft, and I've worked my way up to the fronts are on the fourth click from soft. I think there's like 13 or 15 clicks on the front. The rears here, I'm on 6 right now. This one isn't bad. I don't know if I can get a light and stick my hand up there. It's kind of hard to see, but the adjustment is right here, basically at the top of the dust cover. So this is definitely a lot easier to get to. This shock came with the factory type mounts already on it, so you don't have any clamps like you do on the front. My rear mounts here, I don't see any signs of anything hitting. If it did hit anything, it would be the wiring right there, or that mounting point, which there doesn't look to be any marks, but I still got a set of rear sway links, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing, just shorten these a little bit and to bring the angle down, just so there's no chance of the top of the sway link hitting any of that. So on the rear here, you have the height adjustment right here is on the spring on the top. In the directions, I don't know how well I showed it, but the OE has a rubber mount on the top here, and you actually take that off and put it on your lower control arm. Because of the way the coils of the spring are, you have to put that mount on the bottom. The mount that's originally on there, you end up just throwing out. And then the sleeve itself has the mounting that fits into the chassis, I guess, where the original mount used to go. And then that's just flat where it touches the spring there. The shock also has a length adjustment, and that is for where it bolts up to the knuckle. There we go. So where it bolts to the knuckle right there, that's why you have the adjustment on the shock there. So that's supposed to just the shock itself has a male end, and the knuckle is recessed, so the shock actually fits into there. And that's what you want to make sure when you have your ride height set, that the shock just slides right in there when it's at full droop, and then that's when you get the bolt in and tighten it down. So yeah, just want to do a quick overview of that. I think I said the rears I have set to 6 clicks, but the rears I think have like 20 some in total. They have more clicks in the front. So I was also thinking about, since I have the Stinger rear differential in this, I was also thinking about getting the differential brace that they offer for the Stingers and the G70s, but our subframe back here is different, because I'm pretty sure in the video I watched had a little slit right here, and then where the holes are horizontal here. I think on the G70s they're vertical, and they're kind of up here where that slit is. So I don't think without cutting a slot into the cross member down here, I don't think there's any way that I'm going to be able to utilize the Stinger G70 differential brace. So I'll have to try and figure out something with that. See if there's any kind of mount that we could do. I was looking into, well, not looking into, I inquired about the, there's somebody that did differential, nice. There's somebody that did differential mounts for the Stingers. It was the front and rear set. I might look into seeing what the dimensions for those are, because I think that would be pretty beneficial to get that, you know, a little stiffer. So later on down the road, once I get some other stuff situated here. I also was looking at CM Build's website. I was also looking at CM Build's website for his primary and secondary downpipes, and I'm just about positive from the pictures that he has them on an all-wheel drive model, but I'm pretty positive that from the pictures they come out at the same place. I know on my rear-wheel drive here, my transmission mount is different than the all-wheel drive model, so my hangers here won't work. But he has said that the downpipes will work on all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive Stingers and G70s. You just won't be able to utilize the factory mounts right there for the rear-wheel drive, since his test car is an all-wheel drive. But I think that'll probably be my next project. that I get into after the rear suspension bushings. That is still progressing. I have those. I had somebody 3D print me some test pieces in TPU. He said it was a Shure 1 95 durometer urethane, so I should be getting those this week, and yeah, then I can get those put in the spare arms that I have, and go from there. Check out the measurements and make sure those are good and that they fit into the arms all right, and then I'll have to take a day and test fit some of the arms into the actual car to make sure I got the spacers and everything correct and that they're kind of free floating. So yeah, still project in the works, and slowly but surely we'll keep going. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later on.